Howdy, howdy. Happy to be here and happy you're here with me. And if you're new here, I hope you enjoy this content and will subscribe. So today we're going to do a recap of the market that I had on Saturday, which went fairly well. There were a couple of things to talk about here. Okay, so a couple of key things to talk about Saturday's market was that it was an event from noon to 7 p.m., which was unusual for me because normally I am up before the crack of dawn to get to my market. So getting there at 10 o'clock, which I arrived early on purpose because, 12 o'clock, wow, that's a long time. So I figured I'd just take it easy, getting unloaded and set up. And so, yeah, we got there at a little tiny bit after 10 o'clock. And I had people coming in looking at what I already had set up at the time. And so, yeah, it was definitely different as far as, the timeline. And so there was some discussion later that evening about future events and changing the timeline. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right on into what sold and for how much. So I sold 2 large squids for $25 a piece. I sold 1 chicken for $18. I sold 2 possums for $18. Oh, I take that back. I sold 1 possum for $18 and 1 possum for $15. It was a girl that I'm good friends with, and I gave her a little discount. 1 triceratops at $18. 3 small turtles, $10 a piece. 1 baby chick for $8. 1 Santa for $25. 1 cowgirl gnome for $20. 3 loaf cats at $15 a piece. 1 football at $8. 2 Highland cows for $25 a piece. And then I sold 5 scrubby sets for $10 a piece. And that was a total of 23 items that sold, and I made $355. 204 of that was cash, and 151 was square. And I paid hubby $53. So I came out with a profit of $302. There were no fees for this event. So that was a blessing. It doesn't sound like much, but in comparison to some of the shows that I've had lately, that was a really good day. I mean, I've literally had 6 shows this year that were under $100. In comparison, this was a pretty good one. Another thing that we talked about, my very last customer was at 4:30, and it was another vendor. And we did not see any customers after 4:30. I mean, none. They were gone. So there was a lot of talk about that, and so we just sat around the fire pit. They had a fire pit there with marshmallows, all kinds of things going on. But we just sat around the fire pit and chatted and talked about possibly next time just doing from 10 to 4 instead of noon to 7, you know, because we had no traffic after 4:30, none. And now as we're packing up and leaving, none of us stayed till exactly 7 o'clock. But as we were packing up and leaving, somebody saw some headlights coming, and one of the girls, she goes, "Ooh, a customer!" And I'm the only one still set up. It was my hubby coming to pick me up. That was funny. But yeah, it was a good time, you know, sitting around chatting and, you know, instead of just working. But it would have been nice if it was, you know, still busy all the way into 6:30, 7 o'clock. But, you know, you take them as you get them, you know. It was free, and it was advertised very heavily, so I'm not sure what else was going on in town that other people were at. I don't know, but we got to take what we can get, you know. Let's go over to my market information. Okay, so my best sellers were scrubbies. Scrubbies and loaf cats and small sea turtles. I did spend some money this time. Well, quite a bit of money this time. Um, I spent $12 on lunch. I spent $4 on coffee because it was cold. You know, I brought drink, you know, just like I normally do, but it was cold and they were offering coffee, so I was in on that. and there was another vendor there that had soaps, and I'm a sucker for a good smelling soap. So there you go. I actually spent altogether $33. But yeah, it was a pretty good event. I sold a pretty good amount, like considering some of the ones that I've had lately, like 23 items this time. Last time 7 items. The time before that 31 items. The time before that 5 items. So you know, it just, yeah, it's just you just never know how it's gonna be. It's just crazy how some of them are single digit numbers as far as sales, and then other ones are, you know, 30, 50, 20. You just never know. All right, and my next market that's coming up is, it's called Star Steppers. They're going to be at the local high school, and what they are is, I guess, like when I went to school, they were called drill team, and it's the dancers, you know, that are at all the games. And yeah, that's all I remember them as, is the drill team. But these are the Star Steppers, and they are hosting a local market. All the money that you pay for booths are going towards the team so that they can go to events and stuff, you know, and pay their way. It's a good cause, and these girls work really hard, so I am happy to be involved with that. It's going to be in the parking lot of the school, and there's a chance of rain. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. But it's only a 4-hour event, so. So, what have I been up to in the last couple of days? Well, let's see. Last time I saw you was Friday. There was the event Saturday. Sunday, of course, after every event, I tally up, what sold and how much and what I need to replenish. And one of the things that I really needed to replenish was scrubbies, because when I first made them, I had 24 sets. Well, I'm down to 7 sets of scrubbies. So I really needed to buckle down and get some of those done. I have a basket full of scrubbies. It took me Sunday and Monday, a little bit of Monday. I had to work as well, so a little bit of Monday to get all of these done. And then I wrapped them up last night. But I have grape. It has a dark grape in the back and a grape and white multi in the front. I don't know why I say grape. Purple. Purple. And then these ones are, they're blue mix. The color was Eclipso, I think it was. And it didn't really work up like a multi like this one. It worked up with a whole lot of blue and just a little bit of pink in this one. And then the next one was a whole lot of orange and a little bit of blue. And then the next one was a green and orange mix. And so I ended up making quite a few of these just to get the right color combinations to match the blue that I had going with it. So, but this one is a blue and green, and this one is mostly green with just a little bit of blue. And I added the blue that goes with it. Anyway, that was an odd thing. So now I have, and then I have some blue multi with the blue going with it. And I really like this one. This one my mother would love. She loves these bright or yellow and pink together. That's her favorite combo. Anyway, I'll put a yellow on the back. And then this next one is this would also be on my mom's favorite. It's a yellow, pink, orange, and green multi. Really cute with I put a green, sage green color in the back. It kind of looks like a flower with the green in the back. But this one is my favorite one. This one reminds me of citrus. It has the yellow and orange and green with white. And then I put the bright green in the back. So yeah, I finally got some of that. We are now stocked up. I have seven sets previously, and now I have 18, so 25 sets now. Not a bad number. And I like these combos. I have several I have several patterns that I wrote them down on little pieces of paper. I'm pretty sure you've seen some of them if you've been around here long enough. And I just haven't had the time to get them on PDF and also have photos to go with them. I'm sure I can type out a PDF, but I gotta have photos. And a lot of times my brain doesn't even process the fact that I need to be taking photos while I'm doing something. I just want to do it. And so I finally today got my little cat pattern typed up. I mean, literally the only thing you have to sew on is his tail. But, I mean, it's your typical loaf pattern. But he has real legs, and he actually stands on those legs. Or you could push them out in front of him to have him just laying down like that. But, yeah, just really cute, easy, simple, but I did not take pictures, so of course I had to do that. And he will be ready as soon as I get back to my computer. So look for him to be ready by tomorrow. I have on my list of other things to make. I'm going to be doing at least 2 more of these. And then, of course, I want to try to get at least 3 Highland cows because, wow, those really sold like really quickly. I had several people admiring them and walk away and, you know, with the intention to come back. But, yeah, it didn't take no time at all to sell those Highland cows. Tomorrow, I'll be taking my dinosaurs to the museum. I'm still, like, psyched about that. I just pretty psyched about that. And sometime in this, I want to try to get a flamingo done. I don't know why, but it's always been on my list of things to make, but I've never actually made one. So that's my week that I'm looking forward to trying to get done. We're going to finish these today, and Highland cows to hopefully at least 2 of them tomorrow. I got to work Thursday, so maybe Friday I'll work on that flamingo. Well, there you go. I have my week planned out for me already. A busy week. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye-bye.